Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we are live here on PeaceMaker Gaming for some more wicked racing action. The Super Late Models live from Peasley, Missouri, Federated Auto Parts Raceway I-55 for another night of wild racing action. Woo! Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh.
Don't you call, try to be sincere, but it was too severe. My eyes are tired eyes, they keep staring in the mirror while we're not up. My eyes, let's go. Tired eyes, they keep staring in the mirror while we're not. Watch it always at midnight.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. The Super Late Models back in action for another night of wicked racing. My boy Ty Dickinson says hi. What's good, Ty? How are you, my boy? How are you, Ty? Ty coming in with that heart reaction. Greg Michael Deacon. Greg coming in with that like on the stream as well. Dude guy, my boy. Dude coming in showing the love. What's good, dude guy? What's good, my boy?
Let's go.
We gotta rock the old the kill mob sweater right now, you know? The kill mob, baby.
Let's go.
What's up. That's what's up. The kill mob up in the house. What's good, Brian? What's good, dude guy? How are you, my boy? Papa Mike in the house as well. What's good, Papa Mike? Papa Mike coming in, showing the love with the like and the share. Tony Martin. My
Let's
boy
go.
Tony coming in, showing the love with the like. Joshua Peacock coming in with the like as well. Hell yeah, says dude guy. Hell yeah, brother.
Let's
you know
go.
it, homie. Dang right. This sweater is looking real nice. Brought to you by my boy Brian Dial, Mr. Dude Guy 2.0 in the house. That's what I like to see. These whips look fast as hell. These whips are very, very fast. They are very fast, especially in real life, man. These things are zooming, and you can feel it from miles away when they're out there on the racetrack. And we're going to be in for a treat here. We're going to see some crazy racing action, another good field of drivers. A lot of cars loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll, ready to put in the work here once again as practice coming to a close. We're going to get ready here for a quick little bit of qualifying. They're going to be jumping out onto the racetrack. They're going to run a few laps here, see where we can stack them up, line them up, and get ready here for our heat races. So lots of racing action to be had. Looks like a good sized field here. Looking like we're going to get at least a solid couple heat races, maybe even 3. Looks to be about 18, 19 drivers out here as you see the 54 ride out there, the 011, a Joey Reeder. We see Jonathan Gaston in the 95 ride rolling out onto the racetrack. Dustin Holmes in that Mid-South Mafia. Majula Speed Shop, number 59 ride rolling out there as right now Brandon Starnes in the 1B ride with the quick time here in qualifying. So Starnes, the quickest driver out here so far in this one in that Dirt Anarchy number 1B ride. Dalton Butcher into position number 2 here, that Speed Ranch number 38 ride. Dustin Holmes up into 3rd. Brian Warner Jr. into 4th. Joey Reeder into 5th. Tony Martin right there in position number 6 is now Ty Dickinson in that Demon Speedworks Speed Ranch. Papa Mike Promotions, Sweet Tea Gang, Peacemaker Gaming, number 67 ride. Gonna jump up into that 7th position as Matt Fout is gonna jump up into that 2nd spot on the speed charts. So the 07 ride looking very racy early on as well as he's gonna jump up with a quick time here in qualifying. Quickly jumping to the top of the speed charts as the 07 ride takes that top spot away from Brandon Starnes. See the 9 rider Robbie Milburn out there on the racetrack. Zach Dickey out there as well. Brooks Tramlin out there in that Carolina checker flag number 22 ride. Looking very racy out there as well. Getting his car locked, stocked, and loaded. Getting a little bit loose there through the slick stuff. Is this racetrack already starting to change? Already starting to slick off here quite a bit. Yo, kick the tires and light the fire, says Jeeper McJeeper. Yes, sir. You know it, baby. You know it. I'm setting stream as well. I'll check back in a bit, homie. Absolutely, absolutely, dude guy. What you playing? What you playing with? Wait, dude guy has a real name? Dude guy does have a real name.
Let's go.
He does. It's his government name, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I can't be dude 24/7 as much as I would like to be. Yeah, That's a good way to say it. Yo, Susie, Mama Bear coming in with the love with that heart reaction on the stream. Jeeper McJeeper coming in, smashing that like as well. Roland Reese, my boy, Roland coming in, showing the love with the 350-star dono. Are you kidding me, Roland? Says, it's been a while. See you on iRacing soon, my boy, Roland. I can't wait to see you back out here on the racetrack, running and gunning with all these guys here on the iRacing sim. But, man, I've been seeing you lighten it up in the real world, on the real racing side of things, man. You know, you guys, you know, the whole Mo Racers crew seem to be continuing to do, you know, really good out there in real life racing and having a lot of fun. And I'm sure you guys are enjoying your time away from the sim, but can't wait to see you guys back into the sim as well. Can't wait to see you guys back out onto the racetrack and, you know, running some wicked races and everything else. I'm hoping that we can, you know, hook everything up and get a good time set for everybody, you know, once, you know, wintertime rolls around and real life racing kind of settles down. Hopefully we can get right into some wicked racing action with you guys. You know, I've been trying to keep Sundays open. I think Sundays are getting booked up, unfortunately, but I think we might be able to slot you guys in on Saturday nights. I'll have to talk with Jeremy and everything else, see if we can get like a Saturday night thing going on with you guys. I know you guys like to do, obviously everyone likes to do stuff on a Saturday night in the wintertime, but a lot less throughout the wintertime, so maybe we could get something figured out for Saturdays or Friday nights maybe, and try to get a league going there with you boys and get the more racers back on the racetrack, you know. So that's what we want to see. As qualifying coming to a close here in this one, Matt Felt out in front, Felt showing the love here and putting that 07 ride at the front of the field. If you guys are just tuning in and you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow button. Even if you're rewatching the stream, you're just watching it back, every single like, comment, share on the stream helps it grow even after it's not live. So make sure you guys, you know, keep on hitting those reactions, hit those comments, you know, jump in there. You know, me and all the drivers, we tend to always go back and look through all the comments and make sure we didn't miss anything, or, you know, replying to them and everything else, and having those conversations post live is always a good thing to do as well, and really still helps the stream and the channel grow to bigger and better things. But once again, my boy Roland Reese coming in with the massive 350-star dono. I appreciate you, my boy. Ty says, I never read the comments. I am the comment. You are the comment, Ty. That is true. That is true. Yo, Jonathan Easterwood, my boy Jonathan coming in with the like on the stream. What's good, Jonathan? How are you, homie? Jonathan coming in, showing the love. Papa Mike coming in, sharing the stream off to Chad Dickinson, as well as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose here. Heat race number 1. Rolling onto the racetrack here as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose for our first heat race of the evening. Looks like 2 heat races, 9 drivers loaded into each. I don't think anybody is going to get sent home early here, so there's going to be no actual transfer spots. Everybody is going to make it into the race here as we're going to get ready for our starting lineup here on heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 going to get lined up, and starting on the pole in the 07 ride is the Speed Ranch 07 of Matt Felt. To his outside is Speed Ranch teammate, the Kamikaze Motorsports ride. That is the 38 of Dalton Butcher. Starting in position number 3, it's the Mystery Machine, the Scooby-Doo ride. That is the 57 machine of Brian Warner Jr. And to his outside, in the Papa Mike Promotions, PeaceMaker Gaming, Demon Speedworks, Speed Ranch number 67 ride. That is Ty Dickinson there in that 5.6 graphics machine. Starting in position number 5 in the 9 ride, that is Robbie Milburn. And to his outside in the 26 ride, that is Kevin Bra. Starting in position number 7 in the 54 is James Hannon. To his outside, we see Zachary Dickey bringing up the rear of the field in the 22. That is Brooks Tramlin. As out in front quickly, the 07 ride is going to slide up to the high side of the racetrack. Here's the 38 down to the bottom side, down through corner number 3 and 4. They're going to drag race back to the start-finish line with that high side momentum paying off early here for the 07 of Matt Felt. As Felt out in front here in heat race number 1. Dalton Butcher trying to hunt him down as the Scooby-Doo machine up into position number 3 here. Ty Dickinson right there in position number 4 and looking for more as he's trying to get that thing hooked up on the high side of the racetrack. He's got Robbie Milburn and Kevin Brow right there behind him as Brow trying to find a way down and around the bottom side of the racetrack here. As you can see, that 57 ride of Brian Warner Jr. doing a great job down the bottom side here, running very, very fast lap time still, even though it looks like the high side. Definitely more of the preferred line as of right now. So that preferred line definitely up on the high side as you see the 67 now trying to take a look down to the bottom side underneath the 57. So deciding to leave the top side and try that extreme bottom goes the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson. Matt Felt continues to lead the way here as Felt out in front. Dalton Butcher right there in position number 2. Brian Warner Jr. holding on to third as now Ty Dickinson's going to have to battle with the 9 ride as Robbie Milburn to his outside as they battle side by side. Down into corner number 3. Looks like Ty is going to slide up into position number 5. Had to try something back there in that 4th position. Kind of running a one-lane racetrack up there on the high side. A for effort, though, trying to find something down through the middle or the bottom side of the racetrack. Still finding a good amount of speed, but unfortunately going to lose that 1 position as the checkered flag is going to fly. Matt Felt is going to pick up heat race win number 1. Dalton Butcher, Brian Warner Jr. going to round out our top 3. Everybody else is going to make it into the show. Nobody's going to go home early. Everyone is going to have an opportunity to try to pick up this checkered flag here tonight as we're going to get 55 laps for our A main feature event. Bottom side was no bueno. Top side scares me. I feel you on that one, Ty. I feel you on that one. The high side is definitely pretty treacherous up there. You kind of bank the car off of it. It can tear you apart in a quick hurry. That bottom side, I mean, Warner was kind of making it work. He was holding his own there. I don't think it was fast enough to make moves or make passes, and we saw that with you when you tried to get underneath of him, trying to find something there, but fortunately couldn't quite get enough as we're going to get ready here for our second heat race. Starting on the pole in the 1B ride in the Dirt Anarchy. Number 1B, that is Brandon Starnes. To his outside in the Mid-South Mafia Majula Say Speed Shop, number 59, that is Dustin Holmes. Starting in position number 3 in the Premier Racing Setup Sim Wrap Market FGRXL number 011. That is Joey Reeder. To his outside, we see Tony Martin. Jonathan Easterwood starting in position number 5. Actually, no, sorry, Jonathan Gaston starting there in number 5. Skylar Douglas to his outside. Blake Danner and Ryan Winchester rounding out the field here as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. My boy Jonathan Easterwood coming in says that was a good race. That was a great race right there. Yo, Austin Marshall! My boy Austin Marshall coming in, showing the love. Austin Wormuth coming in, showing the love as well. What is good? The Austins coming in, showing the love here as Brandon Starnes quickly jumping out in front and pulling away from everybody else. Is that Tri-City Speed number 1B ride out in front and pulling away here from the rest of the field. Dustin Holmes solidly there in second as Jonathan Gaston up into position number 3 as Gaston on the gas pedal here quickly in this one, making some moves up inside the top 3. Tony Martin there in position number 4 as Gaston gets up into the outside wall. They're going to go 3 wide for a little bit there, but that number 22 ride decides better of it, gets out of the throttle as they were headed down into corner number 3 in a quick hurry, and that one could have had disaster all over it. And unfortunately for the 95 ride, he's going to lose at least 1 position, but he's going to try to battle back as that bucked up 011 ride of Joey Reeder right there in position number 3, working to his outside. Gaston trying to stay to his inside, trying to get something rolling here through the middle side of the racetrack is Tony Martin there in 5th, Ryan Winchester in 6th, Blake Danner and the 14 machine of Skylar Douglas continuing to battle back here for that 7th and 8th position as Danner gets up into the outside wall there a little bit, and that's going to make him lose that 7th spot and fall to the rear of the field as we still see some great racing action here as Jonathan Gaston going to jump up and take position number 3 as we're going to see the checkered flag fly quickly here in heat race number 2 as Brandon Starnes going to lead all 8 laps and park that 1B ride down here on the front stretch as winning our second heat race of the evening. My gosh, words are tough, chat, as we're going to get ready here for our A main feature event. 55 laps of racing action. This is going to be a great show. Austin says, what's up, Austin? What's good, my boy? How are you? Austin coming in, showing the love. Both Austins coming in, showing the love. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the love here. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button on the stream, hit the follow button if you're new here, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose in just a couple seconds as our A main feature event is about to get underway. No warm up, no nothing. These drivers are going to jump right into it as we're going to get ready to set them loose here for our A main feature event. We're going to make sure we get this bad boy reset. There we go. I wish I could race with you. Oh, my boy. We wish you could, too. We wish you could, too, homie. Some of these races, unfortunately, are invitation only and everything else, so they're a little bit tougher to get into, unfortunately, as we're going to get ready here for our A main feature event. 55 laps of racing action, and we're going to be led down to the green flag here by the 07 of Matt Feld, as Feld going to lead us down to the green flag. The 1B of Brandon Starnes to his outside. Then we see Dalton Butcher in position number 3. Dustin Holmes to his outside in that 4th spot. Then we see Brian Warner Jr. in position number 5, the 95 of Jonathan Gaston there in 6. Robbie Milburn and Joey Reeder bringing up row number 4. Then we see Ty Dickinson in the 22 with Tony Martin rounding out our top 10. Kevin Brow, Ryan Winchester, James Hannon, Skylar Douglas, Zach Dickey, and Blake Danner are going to round out our field here as 16 drivers taking the green flag, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as quickly Matt Felt out in front. Felt leads the way here, going to lead lap number 1 as side by side back there for position number 2. Dalton Butcher down on the bottom side. The 1B ride of Brandon Starnes up there on the high side. 2 very fast drivers that seem to always be duking it out at the front of the field here in these races. Once again, battling here for that second position as Matt Felt looks to try to continue to pull away. The last thing he wants to see at this point would be a caution flag. He wants to get a lot of laps in here in a quick hurry and open this lead up by a lot as he continues to pull away from the rest of the field. Dustin Holmes right there in 4th as Brian Warner Jr. there in position number 5. Jonathan Gaston up into 6th. You see Ty Dickinson working the bottom side of the racetrack here. That Papa Mike Promotions Sweet Tea Gang 67 ride working himself up through the field here early on in this one as he's up into that 7th spot on the racetrack. He's bringing the 22 ride of Tony Martin right there with him. The 9 ride of Milburn up to his outside as things were getting a little tight there down in corner number 1 and 2. Joey Reeder right there in 9th as well. Looks like Tony Martin going to have to get off the gas pedal a little bit here as they're going to go 3 wide here through corner number 1 and 2 that time. 9 ride with a good run off as Robbie Milburn going to stay there in that 8th position, with the 22 ride going to try to battle back to his inside. The 51 Orion Winchester starting to work himself up through the field here as well as he's on the outside of a top 10 looking in here. So isn't that 26 ride of Kevin Brow, as Brow right there in that 12th spot. James Hannon, Skylar Douglas, Blake Danner, and Zach Dickey rounding out our field as Brooks Tramlin unfortunately did not jump out onto the racetrack. So an unfortunate break there for the 22 ride of Brooks, as out in front it's all Matt Felt. Matt Felt continues to lead the way here as the battle for position number 2 continues to brew. He's out in front by about 2 seconds here over the rest of the field as Brandon Starnes trying to hold on to that 2nd position as Dalton Butcher and Dustin Holmes all over his back bumper here as he looks to try to clear these guys and start to run away from the rest of that battle himself, as you see Brian Warner Jr. poking his nose into that battle. Jonathan Gaston right there as well. Then a little bit of a gap back to our 7th place driver, Ty Dickinson. Then you see the 22 rider, Tony Martin, right on Ty's back bumper. Then Joey Reeder and the 9 rider, Robbie Milburn, continuing to battle it out there for that 9th and 10th position on the racetrack. Let's go. Tony Martin used that big 8-foot brake on the front of the car. Oh my, the big 8-foot brake. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. As Tanner Lyon, my boy Tanner Lyon coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. What's good, Tanner? How are you, my boy? Coming in, smashing that reaction as Matt Felt continues to pull away here from the rest of the field, opening up a 3-second lead now over the rest of the field. Matt Felt is
Let's go
on a Sunday cruise here, a straightaway lead over our rest of the field here, and continues to open up that lead more and more and more as Felt looking very, very good, very strong early on here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway, and continues to open up more of a lead. The The 1B ride continues to try to hold off Dalton Butcher, and Dustin Holmes is there right there with him as the 38 ride now going to take a look down to his inside. That high side momentum, though, continuing to pay off here, but that high side is going to continue to get thinner and thinner and thinner, and the berm is going to get up closer and closer to that outside wall, and that's when things really start to get treacherous for these drivers, as we'll see them miss the berm and jump the cushion and up into the outside wall. And you can see a lot of cars get tore up in a quick hurry. So that bottom side starting to come back in here ever so slightly for the 38 ride, as he's starting to find something down the bottom side, hanging right there with the 1 ride. So everyone doing a great job early on in this one, as we're going to get ready for a little Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver as we're going to crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. continue to duke it out all around the racetrack. They continue to put on a absolutely amazing show here for us. Man, some great racing action all around the field, but out in front, it's still all that 07 ride as Matt Felt continues to lead the way. Felt out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. As the laps continue to click down here, lap number 40 going up on the board here, so 15 more laps left to go for these drivers. That's out in front, Matt Felt continues to have a nice little Sunday cruise, continue to put some of these drivers a lap down, as unfortunately our 12th place driver, James Hammond, the last driver to go a lap down. The next car in front of him right there is the 011 and Joey Reeder, as we see our first caution flag, the 14 ride up in the outside wall there. The 14 machine, Skylar Douglas, getting up into the outside wall. And unfortunately, the caution flag is going to fly. That's going to stack the field back up here. That's the last thing our race leader, Matt Belt, wanted to see, is some heavy right side damage here for the 14 ride of Skylar Douglas, as we'll take a look and see what happens here to Skylar. As fortunate break here for him as he's trying to get that car turned down pit side, having a tough go of even doing that, as you see him bent out of shape here. Going into the corner already, so you can imagine that car already ill handling and possibly already some damage on this 14 machine. And yeah, you see him up in the wall here in corner number 1 and 2, so obviously getting some hard damage here, pancaking the outside wall. And that's what we talked about earlier, is once you get up into that outside wall, it kind of just drags you into it. Unfortunately, it can tear up a race car in a quick hurry, and we see a lot of heavy damage there for the 14 ride. So a tough break for him and a tough break for our race leader, as Matt Belt was out to about a 5+ second lead there over the rest of the field. We'll have to wait and see if anybody was holding back, if anybody was saving a little bit of racing tires out there. And see if we'll see any of these drivers working their way through the field and maybe having something here for the 07 ride on the restart, or if the 07 ride just continues to keep the throttle in and continues to hammer down out there on the racetrack and jump back out to a huge lead like we saw him earlier. But we saw some great racing action between Brandon Starnes, Dalton Butcher, and Dustin Holmes there for quite a while, as the green flag back out into the air here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Quickly, the 07 rider, Matt Belt, up to the high side, put the pedal into the metal here. Once again, trying to pull away as 38 ride in the 1B. Look to try to battle it out side by side again. The 38 rider, Dalton Butcher, though, is finally going to clear that 1B machine of Brandon Starnes. So move Brandon Starnes back into third, as Dalton Butcher there in second, trying to hang with our race leader, Matt Belt. Trying to run away with it once again, not pulling away as quickly as what we saw the last time. Brandon Starnes right there in third. You see Brian Warner Jr. in fourth. Dustin Holmes in that 5th position. Jonathan Gaston is, a little contact there for Ty Dickinson. That's to try to regather that 67 ride. Keeps it going, doesn't spin it around. We stay under the green flag here for a tough break right there for the 67 ride, as he was battling hard at the bottom side of 3-4 wide there for that 7th position on the racetrack, as right now Robbie Milburn, the man on the move in the 9 ride, making some moves playing this race up into position number 6. See Tony Martin trying to hold on the 7th, the 26 ride. Kevin Brow into that battle there as well. The 95 ride of Jonathan Gaston trying to keep the 95 ride pointed in the right direction. Joey Brewer right there as well. Inside the top 10 here is our 10th place driver, and the 9th place driver continue to battle side by side, the 26 and the 011. Out in front, it's still the Matt Belt show as Belt continues to fight him off here at I-55, Peebly, Missouri, as he continues to show him how to get it done. But this time, that 38 ride hasn't left his rear view mirror. He's right there, only about a car length separates our top 2 drivers. So you got to imagine the 38 ride, even though he was racing really hard, maybe he was saving a little bit of tire, using the middle to the bottom side of the racetrack for so many early laps here, and he may have something for that 07 ride in these closing laps. If one mistake, one slip up here out of that 07 ride, you know Dalton Butcher's going to throw it in there and make something happen, and if he doesn't, Brandon Starnes, he's not going to be scared too, as he'll be jumping right in there. You can see him trying to roll the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to figure that bottom side out here. You got to run where they're not, and right now that bottom side is one of the places that he can be where these guys are not sitting right there in front of him. If something happens up here on the high side of the racetrack, he may be able to drive right down underneath of both of them and try to steal this win away, as Matt Belt has been out in front right from the drop. The green flag continues to show them how to get it done here in this one with 2 more laps left to go. down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. About a car length lead as the 38 ride slips off the racetrack. The white flag is going to be displayed. A car length and a half down through corner number 1 and 2 as he pulls them down the backstretch one more time. Down into corner number 3. Here comes Dalton Butcher. He's not going to have enough. As out in front, picking up the victory here, leading every single lap for all 55 circuits. It's the 0-7 of Matt Feld, as Feld is going to pick up the checkered flag in a dominating win here in this one. Dalton Butcher coming home in second, giving him a little bit of a run for his money in those closing laps after our one and only caution flag came out. Brandon Starnes going to come home in position at number 3. Brian Warner Jr. in 4th. And Robbie Milburn going to come home with a solid top 5 finish. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner. And all these drivers putting on a great show here for us as that 0-7 ride, the 0MF. Matt Feld picking up the victory here in this one. Let's see those checkered flags up in the chat. Let's see some congratulations for the 0-7 ride of Matt Feld, as Feld picking up the victory and putting on a dominant performance. We saw him out to a solid lead in that first half of this race. We went about 40 laps or so without a caution flag, and he had stretched his lead out to almost 6 seconds over the rest of the field. And then those final, 14, 13 laps, he really had to, work hard for those final laps, but he was able to hold them off, keep 38 right at Dalton Butcher at bay, limit the mistakes, and not make really any there in those closing laps to, solidified that dominant performance and pick up the checkered flag here in this one. What a run, what a race right there from that 0-7 ride. Yo, Dustin Bohannon, my boy Dustin coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Brian Taft coming in with that like as well. What's good, Brian? What's good, my boy? Jared Kern coming in with that like on the stream as well. What's good, Jared? Ty says, congratulations to the top 3. Great race with everyone. Best group of guys I've raced with by far. Love to see that. Love to see that, Ty. Love to see that, my boy. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson coming in with the checkered flags as well. Mama Bear coming in, showing the love. A good race there for Ty as well. We saw you, unfortunately, get into that little bit of a scramble there on the bottom side of the racetrack and have to re-catch that car and lost all that momentum down the front stretch, Ty. But Ty coming back with a solid top 10 finish. Battling back, getting around Jonathan Gaston, which is no small feat of its own, but I think Gaston might have burnt up his tires a little bit sooner than what Ty did, and Ty was able to just be a little bit stronger there at the end to get around that 95 ride. But man, some great racing action, some awesome runs here, and a great finish for all these drivers with only one caution flag through 55 laps here at I-55. 16 drivers out there duking it out. That's some great racing right there. Those guys put on a absolute wild show for us, chat. A wild show right there for us. But listen, we're going to jump up into the broadcast booth here. We're going to get ready to pull our top 3 in here for their post-race interviews as we're going to jump up into the broadcast booth here and get ready to pull these guys in for their post-race interviews as our race winner, the 0-7 ride, Matt Feld, waiting patiently down here, getting ready for his post-race interview. What a run, says Warner Jr. What a run is correct, my boy Jr. That was a heck of a run, a heck of a race right there, man. That was a ton of fun. Looked like you guys had a lot of fun out there, and man, that was just some good, hard racing, man. That was a good show. That was a good show right there. As we're going to get ready, we're going to pull Matt Feld up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Matt, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah, copy.
Let's go!
Not too bad, Matt, my boy. What a dominant performance, man. Right from the drop of the green flag here. It started off early in the evening, picking up the top spot and qualifying, get that top spot here in heat race number 1. You pull away from them in that, and you're able to, pick up, the heat race win. And then when it came to this feature event, it was nonetheless, as you were able to pull out to a huge lead here as we saw some good green flag runs, only one caution flag out there. But when that caution flag flew around lap 40, you were out front by almost 6 seconds here, just pulling away from the rest of the field and putting these guys laps down in front of you there, making sure that, they weren't going to be able to get back onto the lead lap and, minimize any, mistakes or anything else that might have happened throughout the rest of the race, as, could have gave yourself a little bit of a buffer there.
Yeah, early I just wanted to get out to a little bit of a lead, then just try to see how much tires I could save, and ended up working out really well. I got kind of a huge lead off the bat and was just really saving tires tremendously through the middle of the race. And I was disappointed to see the caution come out, but I kind of expected it was going to come out. I just wanted to have as much tire as I could have left for once those guys get caught up on the caution. So I feel like I did a good job at saving tires and was able to kind of last till the end.
Absolutely. Well, we saw, you're such a dominant run through the first half of this race, and then after that caution flag, we go back to green flag racing with, only, 12, 13 laps left on the racetrack to duke it out for the win here. And Dalton Butcher was very fast all evening long himself, and he kind of surprised all of us as he was saving some tires back there as well. He kind of hung right there with you and really put the pressure on you there in those closing laps, really keeping you honest out there. One simple mistake, one time tapping the wall or anything else, we would have saw that 38 ride make a move and try to get around you and keep you at bay out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit better tires than me there at the end, and I kind of expected that when I didn't see him within a few seconds there early in the race. So I figured he was saving, and yeah, just try to be prepared for the caution to come out and try to get a good start. And I got a good start, and there wasn't really a lot of room for him to go around there, so just tried to hold him off as best I could, and ended up with the win.
Absolutely, man. A great run, a strong performance, and an absolute wicked race here for the 07 crew. Matt, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance out there on the racetrack?
Yeah, I just want to shout out Speed Ranch and Tanner Tomasi's for obviously sponsoring the car and providing great setups each week for officials, and obviously great practice for these. I think my personal team, Kamikaze Motorsports, Dalton and Robbie, those guys are great to kind of bounce ideas off throughout the week. I want to thank Dalton because he did my new paint scheme, so shout out Dalton for that. It's pretty sweet. And last but not least, I want to thank you for broadcasting Peacemaker Gaming and putting on the great broadcast every week. Much appreciated.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Matt, congrats on a great win. Congrats on a strong run out there. Hopefully, we'll see you back up here as, we only got a few more races left here in the season. And, picking up that heat race win, picking up the win here tonight, hoping to, try to win this championship here at the end of, 6 races is a tough thing to do here. But, slowly but surely, with these great runs, you're definitely throwing your name into the ring here trying to pick up that championship.
Yeah, just take it 1 week at a time and see where we're at the end of the year.
Absolutely, Matt. Well, congrats on the win. Congrats on the great race. And hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth and back up here in Victory Lane before the end of the season.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Beauty. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Yeah, you do the same, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, Matt Feld, as Feld picks up the checkered flag. What a run, what a race for the 07 riders. Man, what a great race that was, man. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. That was a ton of fun. These guys put on a wild, wild show here for us all evening long, man. That was a great time. These guys put on a wild show for us. And, man, I cannot appreciate, all the hard work and effort that all these drivers put in. And obviously, Matt Feld with a dominant performance and a great run there, picking up the checkered flag. Ty says, Junior Warner, good run, buddy, good run. That was definitely a good run, man. We saw some great racing action there, especially through the, the top 2 were battling for quite a while. The top 3, they were battling for quite a while in this race. And then we saw, a great battle there for that the 6th, 7th, 8th position, 9th position for so many laps, man. That was a ton of fun to watch. Zach Dickey comes in, says, good win, Matt. Cheering on Matt as Matt coming home with a great finish here as well. Good run, buddy. Good run. Oh, God, I hit the wrong button there. Let's go back to that. As, man, a great race, a great run, and we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher, Dalton Butcher. As Butcher coming home here in position number 2. We're going to get ready to pull that 38 ride in here for his post-race interview. Hey, Dalton, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you, brother.
Dalton, my boy, another great run, another great race here. Only one caution flag and a lot of action out there. So we saw some great side-by-side battles, a lot of back and forths. And, we saw you in the 1B ride of Brandon Starnes, battling hard for so many laps there. And then finally we caught a caution flag. You were able to reel back in. Matt Feld was kind of, starting to really pull away from you guys out to about a 6-second lead there before that caution flag. And then afterwards, you made the move. You got around Brandon Starnes. You were able to clear him, and then you went to work on the 0-7 ride. We weren't sure if anyone was going to have anything for him, but there you were for the last 13, 14 laps, sticking right to his back bumper, keeping him honest and making sure that he knew that you were there, and that if he made that one mistake, that one slip up, that you were going to try to throw that 38 ride in there and try to take this win away.
Yeah, for sure. Me and Brandon, I mean, we went at it, brother, for like, I'd say 30 laps off the start. And I mean, when you're battling door to door, that literally let Matt pull, I don't even know, he was probably over a straightaway ahead. So it was a great battle with me and Brandon. Much respect to that guy.
Let's go!
Once the caution came out, at the beginning, I was saving tires, but then whenever me and Starnes were going at it, I mean, I was trying to do what I could, but we didn't really have a great track tonight as far as it was pretty much one groove. Like, you could kind of make the bottom work, but the top was where to be. And on the restart, I tried to put pressure in, and I saw him mess up a little bit. I'm not sure if he tapped the wall or what, but I saw a clearing, so I just moved up to the top lane. And like you said, I was just trying to keep up with Matt, stay on his bumper, and I was trying to make him mess up, put pressure on him, but he held on to it. So props to him. It was a fun night of racing, and it was great to see it go. Only one caution tonight.
Absolutely, man. Some great racing, some great action out there, as we saw, even throughout the field. We talked about, you and Brandon having a great run and, battling there side by side for the second position for so many laps. We saw a lot of good side-by-side battling still, even behind you guys, for that 6th, 7th, 8th position. We saw those guys really duke it out here for pretty much the whole evening, as we saw some great action there deeper in the field as well. And then obviously Matt Fout just kind of, out for a little bit of a Sunday cruise there for a while, but getting that pressure onto his back bumper there, really making him work for it here in this one. Unfortunately, though, he come up one spot short of the checkered flag, but all in all, another great night for yourself, another great night for that 38 crew, as you park it up here on the podium and, add a little bit of points here to your, points total, hoping to come out of this with the points lead and everything else, or, build that points lead a little bit more, as I know you're going to be right up there, as you've been up inside the top 3 here pretty much every single night of the series.
Yeah, I'm not sure after that race if I'll be in first or if Starnes will still have first, but that's what I've been trying to do each week, is just finish top 3. You're going to get good points off of that. And we found ourselves in a pretty decent spot. We got 2 more weeks. I think we got 75 laps at Cedar Lake and then maybe 50 laps at Charlotte to end the season. Those tracks are both very racy tracks, multi-groove hopefully. So we're going to see if we can qualify good and get it out front, hopefully.
Absolutely, my boy Walt Dalton. Congrats on another great run. Congrats on another strong performance out there on the racetrack. Who would you like to thank here for such a good run at Federated Auto Parts Raceway?
Yeah, as always, I got to shout out Tanner Tomasi and everybody over at Speed Ranch for the official sets each week. I got to thank my personal team, Kamikaze Motorsports, Robbie, and Matt. We always push each other, try to get each other running better, running the right lines. I got to shout out Gaston iRacing Graphics, Dice Race Designs, NH Lens. And as always, thank you, brother, for putting on this broadcast. It's always a blast to go back and watch it each week.
Absolutely, man. A pleasure as always, as you guys out there running and gunning and making it look easy out there, as we see you guys always put on a great show here for us, and another great night here with only one caution flag. I mean, it was a rather quick and simple caution flag. We talked about it, the race track changing and everything else, and the tire fall off, that I figured we'd see maybe a couple more cars getting up into that outside wall, but everyone keeping their car pointed in the right direction, only having that one little mistake where we saw the 14 ride unfortunately get up into the wall and then damage the right front, and then he just couldn't get down pit side, and that's when the caution flag came out. But other than that, I mean, a picture perfect night here and some wicked racing action here for the league.
Yes, sir. I have to thank everybody in the league. I mean, you saw the track tonight. It was blistered, brother. I mean, black from top to bottom pretty much. And for us to go 55 laps, one caution, I mean, that speaks volume on the group of guys we have here. I'm not sure if I told you, but everybody in here, this wasn't like hey, sign up for this league and you can run with us. Everybody in here was invited, and they were invited because we all know how to race each other with respect, and I feel like that showed tonight for sure.
Absolutely, definitely a lot of respect and a lot of good work out there by all these drivers to keep their cars clean and to try to minimize any contact between each other. And even though a little bit of rubbing is racing, we've seen it in a few races, a little bit of rubbing here and there, but these guys seem to always somehow come out of it without a caution flag or spinning each other out, and haven't really seen any of that intentional wrecking or anything else. Just the respect level out there is super super high here between all these drivers, and they always go out there and just have a good time, have some fun, and there's no hard feelings there at the end of the day, even if there is a little bit of rubbing out there.
It's there for sure.
Beauty. Well, Dalton, congrats on the second place run. Congrats on a great finish. Hopefully, we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth in the last few races of the season, and hopefully, we'll see you back up here one spot better and up in victory lane.
We'll definitely try, brother. I hope you have a great night.
Yes, you as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there to our race winner, Dalton Butcher, as Dalton going to come home here with the checker, with the second place finish here in this one spot short of the checkered flag. A great run and a great race there for Dalton, coming home in position number 2. We're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher here, Brandon Starnes, as Starnes waiting patiently here to jump up here in the broadcast booth for his third place finish out there on the racetrack. My boy Cam Julius coming in with that heart reaction. Tanya coming in with that like on the stream as well. Kevin Timmy, my boy Bubba Kevin coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Mitch Maynard coming in with that like as well. Huge shout out to you guys all coming in, showing the love with the reactions on the stream. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful evening, even though coming in a little bit late. You can always go back and rewatch the racing action. As man, you guys missed a good one here today if you weren't able to jump in and watch all the racing action right from the drop of the first green flag right down to that final checkered flag. Man, it was some great racing action out there, non-stop battles out there on the racetrack, and these guys put on a wild show here for us. As we're gonna get ready, we're gonna pull in our third place finisher, Brandon Starnes, as we're gonna bring Starnes in here for his post-race interview. Hey, Brandon, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Brandon, my boy, another great run, another great race here for that 1B machine. A new-looking ride out there on the racetrack, looking very, very slick, just like the racing surface out there, man. It was very slick out there on the racetrack, and we saw you and the 38 ride of Dalton Butcher duke it out for so many laps side by side there in that second and third position. And as you guys continue to battle, continue to try to get the one up on each other there for so many laps, that 07 ride just continued to pull away farther and farther and farther after the caution flag. Dalton was able to find a way around you there, and you're right there with them at the end. Just couldn't quite get enough to be able to work your way back around the 38 ride and find something there late in this one for that 07 ride of Matt Fout.
Yeah, man, I tried to do something a little different tonight, and I ran the restrictor in there, and I'm not used to doing that, and I'm used to not giving enough gas running no restrictor, and then tonight I felt like I needed to give it more than I was giving. But it worked out, man. I finally made the podium, and I'm excited about that. It was, man, Dalton Butcher, he can drive, and getting beat by him doesn't bother me one bit. Just to be able to run with him for however many laps we went side by side is, in my book, that's money. That's a race win to me. So.
Absolutely. We talked a bit there with Matt and with Dalton about the respect between guys out there on the racetrack. I think there's a lot of respect as we saw some great hard racing action even there behind you two as you guys duked it out. We saw a lot of drivers duking it out side by side, a little bit of 3 wide back there as well for, deeper positions, but, the respect and everything else speaks volumes when you see, a racetrack getting this burnt off, the tires fading away with everyone running such good lap times out there. And then to only see one caution flag throughout the evening really speaks volumes.
Oh yeah, man. That's the thing about this league is, Dalton and them, they had a great idea about what they had planned, just inviting the ones they knew had respect and that could drive because who wants to broadcast a league that, has got 20 cautions and, it's not good for the fans, it's not good for us, it kills morale. And so having these races like this where we're, averaging maybe 3 cautions, at most throughout this whole season in one race, that speaks volumes of what drivers in here and what kind of caliber of drivers they have. It really does go a far way, and the respect thing, and that's all it takes. that's if everybody would respect each other and just respect, getting on the break, watching when they, not trying to do nothing crazy on the first lap or, even the last lap. If you can't clear them clean, don't race them at all. Just let them win it. It was their race.
Absolutely, and that's what it all takes to just have a good respectful run out there, and get a good name for yourself out there in the iRacing community. And you guys always keep putting on these great shows and great runs out there, definitely building your reputation up, and definitely going to have a lot of people trying to get into these shows. The more and more Dalton and the boys put these things on, man, there are going to be a lot of drivers that are going to want to try their hand. And I'm sure you guys are going to probably have to do some recruitment races or something to try to maybe find some more drivers or anything else. As I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to want to jump in there and try to battle with you guys and have these great runs, and have big fields and everything else. And it's just going to make it bigger and better, and possibly bigger sponsors and everything else for you guys to earn a little bit of money, and maybe not have payouts or anything else, or not payouts but pay-ins or anything. So that's what it really comes down to at the end of the day, as well, is when you guys have these great runs and put on these great shows, it really opens up the eyes for sponsors to want to be a part of the league and everything else, and be a part of the show, and then bringing other drivers into it as well is definitely a main goal.
That's right. I mean, you're right, and Dalton, man, and Dalton, Matt, all those guys. They know what they're doing with this. They've been iRacing for a while, and so they got a good outlook on what they're doing. So I feel like this is only going to get bigger and better, and they might not, take it too far, as in like people wise, they might have a cap or something, but I'd like it see it go as big as they want to go. I mean, I love it, man. I've loved every minute of this, and it's just one of those deals. You can't really beat, the racing like you had tonight. Racing side by side like that. This is why we do it. I mean, this is why we do it, and if we don't, I'm racing right now in another league too, so I'm leading this heat race. We're actually racing. I'm racing another league at I-55, so it's like I'm going back to back here. But this is an open setup, so
Well, we aren't going to keep you much longer. We'll let you focus up and continue to battle there for your other league as well, Brandon. But before I let you go, who would you like to thank here for a great run and a great race and a great night out there on the racetrack?
man, I got to thank Tri-City Speed. Brandon Barnhart took me on the team, and he's been great to me so far. Adrenaline Spike Designs, Chris, he's always keeping me looking good. I mean, my cars, I swear, I think they shine better than any car on the track. I don't know what that dude does on a spec map, but he does make it pretty. And I got 4M Customs, Michael Mitchell. He helps me with Dirt Anarchy. He's the other co-owner of our league. I actually run another league, and he's been a big help, and he's been my best friend for a long time, and he's been a big part of this deal. I got Track Dogs Racing, '06 Racing Productions, and 54 Motorsports. But man, without them guys, I couldn't do all the things I get to do on here.
Absolute, my boy. Well, Brandon, congrats on a solid third place finish. Congrats on another great run. Hopefully, we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth before the end of the season. Maybe back up here in Victory Lane before the end of this one, and maybe picking up that championship as well, as that's always the end goal. And having these great, top three runs, all the time, and having these great finishes definitely helping you out and trying to pick up the championship.
Man, I sure hope so. I think me and Dalton are tied now, so that's definitely going to be it's going to be a shootout, which I got a lot of people want me to run that birthday bash next Tuesday. So if that does happen, then I'm going to end up missing next Tuesday. But, I'm looking forward to the birthday bash and get out there and try my luck with some of the, better guys and race with more guys like Dalton and Matt and all those, just it's all about getting better. And that's my biggest thing. I want to get better, and I want to get faster and learn, and these guys teach me a lot. Every time I get in a race with them, they teach me everything, how they drive the car, where they going in at, where they're letting off the gas. I pay attention to all that, and that's the thing with this whole game is, you want to get faster, you want to get better, you want to be, Blake Madrillis, Evan C, you want to be in the Pro Series, and it's been that's been my goal from the get-go, is just work my way and get there. And I feel like I've been on here 10 months. I feel like it's been definitely, I've come a long way, and I'm not stopping here. I'm going to keep getting better and better. And hopefully I'll get a win for too long in this series. And, when I do, I will be even more excited because I would definitely have earned it because these guys ain't going to give me nothing. So, and that's what I love about it.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congrats on a third place run. Hopefully, we'll see you up here in the broadcast booth in victory lane before the end of the season, man. As you keep having these great runs and great finishes, we look forward to seeing your growth and your progression as you keep getting better. And even if we miss you next Tuesday, I'm sure a lot of us will be tuning in or watching afterwards to see how you make out there with the birthday bash. Obviously, the big VLR race, and hopefully we can see you do very good there. And as you're saying, you want to get better, you want to get faster. A lot of people, have to use certain leagues as, stepping stones, and this is a great stepping stone where there's so much respect and so much you can learn from a lot of the veteran drivers in here like Dalton and everything else and all these guys, and that's what you're using it for and everything else, and getting faster and faster and faster week after week. We can see it up here in the broadcast booth, and I'm sure the competitors see it out there on the racetrack as well. And before long we're going to see you up here winning these races, putting on great shows, and obviously going into the birthday bash and all those other big money races and everything else. And surrounding yourself with even tougher competition and some of the best and Pro Series guys really gives you an idea of where you are and what you need to do and how to learn to race with those guys as well. So when you get out there, you have that same level of respect between yourself and the top guys in iRacing for the bigger series and the bigger money races and everything else.
That's right, man. You're definitely right. And Aaron, I forgot to thank you too, man. Thanks for broadcasting. I've watched a lot of broadcasters, brother, and I ain't gonna lie, you keep the crowd entertained, and you're one of the best on the platform. So, kudos to you, brother. You have been awesome to watch. I love going to your streams and just watching you trucking now. I'll just sit there and watch you truck, just
Yes,
because
sir.
lay in bed and watch you truck around the U.S., man, and Canada and everywhere else.
Yes, sir. Well, Brandon, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'll let you focus up here for your league. Congrats on a great run, homie, and hopefully we'll see you back up here next Tuesday. If not, good luck in the birthday bash, and we'll see you the following Tuesday.
Thank you, sir. You have a good night.
Yes, you as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Brandon Starnes. This Starnes going to come home here in position number 3. What a run, what a race there by everybody in the field, man. That was a ton of fun. We saw 55 laps of racing action with a couple heat races and everything else. Only one caution flag. Was absolutely incredible, and it was awesome to see, and awesome to see the respect and the drive and everything else that all these competitors have out there on the racetrack, whether or not they were in that 10th position, 1st position, or 16th position out there on the racetrack. Man, they were giving everything they had out there. They were having a lot of fun, and I'm sure each and every one of them, when they logged off, they had a smile on their face, and we're happy that they, got behind the wheel and onto the sim and, ran this race again tonight and ran the league again with all these guys and, just had some fun out there on the racetrack. And that's what it's all about is, having some fun and, learning and experiencing, the camaraderie and everything else that iRacing has to offer out here with, obviously all the leagues and everything else. And ton of fun to see, some great, good green flag racing and a lot of guys having some fun out there and smiles on their faces. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. An amazing show, an amazing race these guys put on for us. I can't thank you guys enough, all the fans in the stands, for hopping in here and hanging out with me for the, for a beautiful Tuesday evening. My leg was cramping on lap 40. Your evening was cramping on lap 40. Can you say pasta? 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 Bree asked. It's pasta. Or pasta, I suppose you could, I don't know, it's pasta or pasta. Pasta, I don't know. You say whichever way you please. I mean, we all know what it means at the end of the day, and that's all that matters, that's all that matters. As long as you can make out what the person's trying to say, then it's gold. It doesn't matter how they say it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, as long as they know what you're saying. Well, that sucks. Your leg was cramping on lap 40. Yeah, that's a rough one. Mine does that every once in a while, too. It really sucks, and you can't really do anything. I got to get, like, a carpet or something underneath my pedals because my pedals always seem to slide away from me, especially in longer races. I got to kind of, like, let off the throttle and use my foot to pull the pedals closer towards me, or else they just keep running away farther and farther and farther, and it kind of sucks. Oh, now he's upset. Nope, I don't know what pasta is, but I know what pasta is. You know what pasta is, but you don't know what pasta is? What in the world is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Ty? What in the world? You're crazy. You're crazy, brother. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Everyone coming in with the likes, the shares, the comments, man. You guys absolutely blew it up here again tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Huge shout out again to, Roland Reese coming in with the love, with the 350 star dono, absolute legend coming in with the huge star dono, and obviously huge shout out as well to everyone in the PeaceMaker sub club, everyone coming in and subscribing for another month as well. You're welcome, love you, bye. Oh my gosh, okay, bye Ty, bye my boy. What are you doing afterwards? Shoot me a message. Let's get something going for some late night games, my boy. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I will hopefully see you guys here later on this evening. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like, hit the share, hit the follow button. Make sure you guys go check out our latest reels. We just posted 2 more reels earlier today, so make sure you guys go and check out our reels right now. Make sure you guys go and show us some love over on YouTube, as we're also live over on the Red site. Make sure you hit the sub button over there, and make sure you guys check out Kick live streaming as well, and make sure you guys drop a follow over there on Kick. And we're not live on Twitch right now, but make sure you guys, if you have a Twitch account, go over there and drop us a follow over on the purple side, as well as eating pasta with Brie. Oh my gosh, eating some pasta, eh? Eating some pasta. All right, listen guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys here in a little bit with something. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but we might try to get some sort of games in here in a little bit, of whether or not we're trucking or Apex or Fortnite or who knows what. Maybe just chatting stream, and we'll just watch a bunch of funny videos or something. Who knows what we'll get into. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out for now, baby. Woo! What a race. What a show. Woo!
Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday.
I had one fuck left and I lost it. Why'd I throw my heart in the middle of the mosh pit? Running from it all and it's getting exhausting. It's marathon shit like I'm winning the Boston. I called last week, guess you got busy. I must've hit you 9 times like I shot 50. And I said I was alright, but I'm not really. Like I thought I was alright, but it got tricky. You see, on the outside, I'm a house with a white picket fence. On the inside, I'm a mess. Gotta come clean, I got things to confess. From the foundation, I'm deeply depressed. And it get a little harder to breathe with each step. I can feel my heartbeat beating out my chest. 6 feet deep, finally get a little peace when I rest. Get a little sleep when I'm dead.
Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday.
Why you keep it inside till you lash out? Why you got good friends that you badmouth? Why you throwing stones in a glass house? Why you saying that's facts when you have doubts? I know you see the black cloud sitting over my head and you still throw shade. They said the sun gon' come out tomorrow, but it's still gon' rain. A thunderstorm on and it still won't go away. Sitting in a puddle while I fill my brain with the thoughts of the ways I could kill myself. So I take another pill to conceal my pain. But it's almost like you wanted me to feel your pain. Like you thought somehow that would heal your pain, but it never does. And instead of love, we keep looking for drugs like it's a better buzz. Yeah.
Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday. Fill my veins with artificial love, go numb to escape the pain. Fill my drink, pour one up for myself to say goodbye to yesterday.